afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda, Hero of Strike, Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here to an exciting 1 vs 1 on Crossing in the Woods. Between the south, we got here Luciano, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Taking on the role here of the 3rd Panzergrenadier Division versus in the north, we got Dezman, fighting for the Soviet Union, Socialism, Stalin. And taking on the role here of the 3rd Guards Mechanized Corps. We're looking at elite troops, mechanized assault and lightning war versus Soviet Reserve Army, short rifle and urban defense. Hello. With anti-tank and mine and panzerfaust bulletins versus mine bulletins. Again, infantry and anti-tank grenade bulletins. So that's certainly an interesting setup there from both players here from the early game. We got a standard Grenadier before 2 start there from Luciano, and the increasingly standard penal trooper build start here from Dezman as well, straight into Soviet Reserve Army, which will likely then open up for sort of, well, you could sort of call that a sort of transition, if you will, or sort of an additional sort of layer to the strategy. Basically, you go for a lot of penal troops lately. So initially, then you use rapid conscripts that way form up a sort of larger conscript reserve, and then you sort of use them as something and some repair kits, all that, to sort of swarm the enemy that way. So it certainly has some opportunities there for Dezman. We'll have to see how Luciano actually reacts to this, and I think it's one Dezman sort of been using lately. And again, I've seen other players sort of make use of this strategy, particularly again the heavy penal trooper build into rapid conscription into an awful lot of submachine gun wielding conscripts. It's certainly one of the slightly more advanced strategies in the sense you can sort of execute to an extent. Well, not in terms of sort of, well, you know, how you play it technically, but there's some elements I think that sort of, you know, again, are a bit more layered, I think is more the word there. Generally, most players tend not to operate with sort of layered strategies, if you will. Again, they're sort of, you know, they do one thing and then they sort of just convert it to another element there as well later on. So, I mean, this is a pretty interesting sort of synergetic level, if you will. So, I kind of like it, We've got double penal trooper start here, though, for Dezman. Again, 2 there, 2 Grenadier 74-2. Both players sticking to their half of the map, their side of the road. Otto, whatever you must do, you must never cross that road until the others have arrived with the machine guns. Then we can shoot those brushing bastards on the other side of the road. A lot of barbed wire here. You can see Luciano is taking the possibility of an attack there from Dezman very seriously. They're all doing a lot to sort of negate any cover uses there from Dezman. Grabbing the fuel point there, we got a push. He's going to cross the road. He's going to attack for the south. Could even try and sneak up behind Luciano there, the sneaky little bastard. We got more grenadiers there for Luciano, and I imagine soon more penal troopers. So yeah, there we go. I was about to. Yes, actually going for a sniper here. In this case, the strategy gets a bit more interesting. It's not just a heavy penal trooper build; it actually involves snipers as well. It's going to try and bleed out Luciano, who's now taking the road there. More barbed wire and sandbags here, making it hard here again to grab the point here and harass it. Not a bad over there by Luciano as well. Again, there's a lot of preparation going on there, and to an extent, it's sort of allowed because again, Dezman has initially been going after him, which again does allow this sort of work there. So I mean, obviously can't just always do this, but if you do have the time to it, you know, just preparing the battlefield ahead of a time can just save you a lot of tears down the road. And of course, have your opponent crying a lot about it. Damn fascists! Why do they have to wire off all the cover? Damn it! But there you go, penal troopers going to do this here at the same time. He's going to flank here up here. So again, we can sort of see some tactical moves there from Dezman to try to outmaneuver Luciano. Again, he's not trying to hit head on. He's trying to sort of find the weak spot, sneak up behind and actually cause disruption to Luciano, forcing Luciano to abandon the front line and then attack into positions that otherwise should look pretty good. I mean, this one, for example, I've rarely ever seen on Crossing in the Woods here, but look, Dezman there pulled it off pretty solidly. We got a scout car there on the way as well for Dezman. We got point men center being secured, and we got fighting here as well from the and the engineers. And there you go, penal troopers up there, trying to find the weak spot for the MD-40. He actually hits the flank of it, causing a lot of damage here. Forcing retreat now, grenadiers trying straight into the penal troopers well up close. This could actually be an engagement again where, with just one penal trooper squad, he overcomes machine guns, grenadiers, and pioneers. Of course, snipers right, but a bit late to be honest. So this is just the power of what a good flank, you know, and not just rushing head on to your opponent can do if well executed, and sort of highlights, you know, why a certain play can be so dangerous. For that matter, in the Allied place, sure, the Germans might MD-42s, but if you get past it, you have to sort of and can sort of catch them from a really bad angle. The Germans will have very few measures to actually deal with you. So I mean, right here, Dezman is just completely just bashed Luciano's face in with a very sort of sneaky flank there. When all of a sudden again, he had sort of half decent position, but he got completely, you know, just outmaneuvered there by Dezman in the opening moments of the game. That was just beautiful. Obviously, Luciano will probably look at it differently, but, you know, from a sort of more distance perspective, that was pretty solid stuff there. But I wouldn't want to face that myself. I would not have wanted to face that myself. But there you go, he's sort of sitting troops towards the west, and another push going here. It's going to try to keep Dezman occupied there. And there goes Scout Car now with flamethrower engineers in it to further frustrate and slow down Luciano. He'll probably need to take up fast and get out some Scout Cars to counter his opponents. Dezman could also go for additional penalties, but again, the way so far used what he's got there, he might not need it. Could in theory try and take a hit pretty aggressively here versus Luciano and the 3rd Panzer Grenadier Division. But there you go, Grenadiers on their own. Bit of a mistake actually splitting up the Grenadiers. Should have kept them together, so that way the Scout Car wouldn't be able to do so much. And then again, he might have been planning to try and sneak up behind the Scout Car, then catch it, between 2 Grenadier squads, Panzerfaust, and that way deal with it. There you go. In this case, too slow. This doesn't help with the range, but it does make it a bit cheaper. And there you go, the Scout Car's going to go down, but he's very close to losing the Grenadiers, so, even then, he's done some damage to the Scout Car. Oh, the Engineers might, in fact, ensure the Scout Car gets away. Rotten luck there for Luciano. He's got more units moving in there, as others are moving back. So this is looking a bit rubbish there. We got an additional Engineer squad out here for Dezman. Minesweeper kits on the way here. We got a single lone Grenadier squad now moving up the east here. Going to try and harass, maybe, just slow down things a bit here. In this regard, just keeping the penal troop squad here, it makes sense to an extent. Yeah, if his opponent just keeps attacking up here, it would be great. But if Luciano decides to be a bit more tactically sound, he will not attack into here. And obviously that means those penal troops are now just doing nothing. And that's basically what's happening right now. Again, Luciano, rather than just rising to the bait here, ignores this and tries to play around. They're hitting other points. So that is overall, I would say, sound play by Luciano here versus Dezman. Sound play. After initially also sound play here, but looks like Dezman might have quickly gotten too comfortable here and is currently in the process of getting punished for it. Then again, there's not that huge chance for them getting a wipe here. They're going to use in a too good condition. It'd have to be exceedingly unlucky for the penal troops to get a wipe on the retreating Grenadiers. Exceedingly unlucky, and even that would be, I think, statistically very, very absurd. But there you go, grabbing the Western victory point. We got the M40. Could stand to a bit further close to support the front line here. Like to make a nice company up. There'll be a 2-2 up to help deal with the Scout Car, but also the Sniper here. And that you got the to-do of just dealing several of these sort of more aggressive threats to Luciano's forces. And he's also gone for a Sniper of his own. He's always a bit of a curious choice as the Surge Snipers. And again, the German Sniper can't directly counter it with one hit. Of course, it can help sort of bleed out the Russians, but it's not really going to kill the bastards. In the case of the Sniper, it's not really going to finish the bastards off. Still making some ground there again, following in the wake of Dezman's attack there. Initial assault on flank. Luciano has rallied quite nicely there. He did not again rise to the bait, instead has played around, and now Dezman is actually getting slightly punished for it because again the penal troops are doing absolutely sod all there. Still no sign of a Scout Car or anything like that. He's aiming for a pack 4. Note, there we go, we got the 2-2. We also got a medic bunker up there for Luciano. And the 3rd Panzer Grenadier Division. Scout Car hitting the western fuel point. He's got no forces immediately within the vicinity. Surprisingly moved up there. But apparently, again, Dezman has either forgotten him or just doesn't care about it. He just is convinced this is a pretty good thing to have. But, overall, Dezman's got a very small force, but he's actually controlling a large chunk of the map here versus Luciano. In part again due to the sort of good handling of the Scout Car, but also the Sniper and penal troops here, and Luciano is now focusing too much in the centre. He seems to be getting a bit timid here, or perhaps it's just because he's lacking the Scout Car and thus a mobile element of his own. There you go, Pioneers being up going to flush out the penal troops. In this case again, we see another flaw with this again, which is it can be countered. Of course, your opponent knows you just keep them there. In this case, you attack ground. And Dezman at least paid attention this time around, otherwise there's a small chance he could have wiped them if he wasn't paying attention for long enough. Penal troops with PTS, in fact, he's upgrading all into anti-tank teams pretty rapidly, which will undercut his anti-infantry element. So I would say that's a bit of a risky move there by Dezman at this stage, and obviously want to do with a 2-2, but it does mean the Grenadiers will be that much more potent because they don't have to worry that much about the penal troops then. In particular, if he upgrades his Grenadiers for light machine guns at some point, they will be really able to outdo the penal troops at that point. They still need to get these central elements moving in. They have no right to just stand about there doing nothing. This is Germany. You have to move. Los, march. So grabbing the fuel point there. We got tech up there ready here for Dezman. He can quickly follow up with a half tech if he wants to. He like it won't. T7 though seems to be a much more likely bet here though for Dezman here versus Luciano. And certainly would also make a bit of sense. Again, he's gone heavy on this. He's downgraded his anti-infantry ability, so he's probably thinking he can get the T7 out fast enough and that way do something with it. And he's taking losses, grabbing the fuel point here. He's also got plenty of manpower floating. He could build caches with some of that. He'd go for more penal troopers. snipers. No, he does go for the half-track. So he's planning an anti-aircraft half-track. He's planning a lot more infantry with a half-track to support it. But what is Dezman thinking? Quick Panzerfaust here, and there you go. Scout cut, quickly suffering a nasty hit there. The M3A1. Sniper dealing with the Pioneers here. In these scout covered in this case with the penal troopers. Basically preventing any sort of scout car from rushing the sniper directly. No further check up there from Luciano as of yet. Here, this is Dezman. Bit of shooting here, going to these engineers. And there we go, we've got the M5 out. Is it going to be that? Yes, it is going to be a half check here for Dezman. The Quart Mount, the Kraut Mover. Pack 40 there arriving for Luciano. The Panzer Abwehr Kanone 40. He's clearly expecting some kind of vehicles or armor. And there you go, Scout crashes forwards first. A bit risky, but again, Panzerfaust here drains Luciano's munitions. And in this case, basically allows him, if he's had it in theory, to do more damage with the half-track, because right now Luciano doesn't have munitions for a second Panzerfaust. At least not initially. To do here, deflected easily by the penal troopers, giving Luciano a bit of trouble. There you go. Grenadiers push back with the half-track. Those 450 caliber machine guns proving to be quite an anti-infantry obstacle for the infantry. No sign of further take up there for Luciano. No Panzer Grenadiers, no nothing. And we got anti-tank partners as well. In this case, arriving behind the 2-2 there. And he's popping an anti-tank grenade, finishing off there. Nice attack there, but Dezman sensed the opportunity and he took it. Grenadiers are dealing with the penal troopers. Again, with the P-Tracers, the Grenadiers should have a better chance. So it would help if they weren't in negative cover. That would really further improve it. But there you go. Anti-tank rifle grenade, though, does the trick. Chantier wipe. And he gets it. He gets it. That's going to hurt Dezman a bit there again. He needs more infantry. Again, I would say 2 penals of scores was rather pushing his luck. He should have gone, I think, for a third one, especially considering how much manpower he had anyways. And there you go, now he's forced to do it anyways. So, I don't know, it just feels a bit silly. And the MD-42 there definitely could also have been doing a lot more there for Luciano. It's too passive, too static. And at this point, again, he could be better off just setting up a machine gun bunker around here to control the area that way. But there you go, penal troopers pinned down by the MD-42, half-track moving down here. Perk 40 is nearby, but I don't think we're ready to immediately deal here with the A half-track as it goes in. Aggressively here, outmaneuvering the MD-42 up close and ugly. In theory, we could actually, outmaneuver the Pack 40 as well here, but he decides not to. There you go, needs to overdrive. There we go, to avoid death. Oh dear! Oh, that was lucky. That was lucky. The thing, he actually could have rushed the Pack 40, wiped it out, then with the Quart Mount, guarding the MD-42. Possibly in the process there and actually open up Luciano there. So that was a bit risky there for Luciano, to be honest. That was a bit risky. Scout here securing the western fuel point.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture
He's up getting the other penal squad. Yes, he is. Very much consistently. It's kind of like those players who just, when they get Panzer Grenadiers, will always, without fault, upgrade them Panzer Treks, even if it's not necessarily necessary. Again, they're actually facing off against the primarily infantry force. I mean, right here, he's actually downgrading his anti-infantry abilities on one of his best anti-infantry units. Well, he doesn't need the PTSs that much. What he needs, is dead Germans. And while PTSs can kill Germans dead, they're not as good as just, proper rifle. Of course, they can actually hit their target more easily. So we can see Luciano has made good ground versus Dezman. Again, Dezman making several, I would say, tactical errors, which is allowing Luciano to sort of get some good ground in there. And these Grenadiers pushing back the Parsons there. Then again, Dezman is getting awfully close to rapid conscription and can then suddenly begin flooding their field and hitting back here with an awful lot of conscripts. He is also at the same time taking up there, so he's clearly not all back there early off. We got a check up there as well for Luciano. He needs to get there in the first place then. He needs to build the structure. Here, and these Grenadiers can push back by the scout car. Parsons heading eastwards. Penals are taking losses from the Pioneers, and here in the west we got the Quart Mo there. Crap Mo tearing into the Germans. I don't know how many these would have had. Why would they have used them for these things? Because Russians, while they received a lot of half-tracks to extent from the Americans, they used them primarily just to ferry the troops about. And so I'm less sure they actually committed anyone to anti-aircraft defense when they had their own sort of stuff there, like just Quart-mounted Maxims and tracks. Because the Russians weren't such, dire need of transport, they just moved them from unit to unit wherever they were needed. So compared to the German division that had set amount, for example, half-tracks and trucks, for the Russians to just be, well, which needed to attack, that would get all the half-tracks and the trucks and so on there. Panzer Grenadiers there for Luciano. Support Corps going up, and there we go, we got rapid conscription. Then again, You can see through a series of death movements once more, Dezman has gained control of the map again. I mean, he certainly knows how to handle this well. He's a nice, energetic attacker, and also a good flanker, which is nice to see. I mean, some players rather have let their flanking skills sort of atrophy, and nice to see Dezman is not one of those. Got the half-track moving in there, penal troopers there, raids, or partisan raids to support. The penal troopers are nowhere near to be seen. And there goes Gunnerson being shredded by the heavy machine gun fire there as the half-track spews it out. Luciano here could aim for the Panzer IV on Ostwind. Depends on what he's worried about. In this case, though, Panzer IV probably the safer choice in short and long term, since there's likely going to be some arm on the way. There you go, though. Go here on the half-track. Push up the centre again, hold it by the MG42. Again, it's a bit risky the way he's setting up, and really, if he's so insistent on having it there again, I kind of think the machine gun bunk would make more sense, because it can have a bigger impact with the MG42 itself elsewhere. But there you go, Panzer's dealing here with the partisans. The west side being completely gobbled up there once more by Dezman. Moving to dispatch those Russian thugs. There we go. Moving up close, they'll probably attempt it. Oh, no, attempt to charge. Comes, there we go, arriving for Dezman, filling out some of his ranks there. The third guard mechanized, almost losing the penal trooper score there, in fact. A bit risky. But up to this point, he doesn't quite care as much about casualties, because again, he's going to get conscripts in return. As long as he doesn't lose the sniper team. Close 52, conscripts all rolling out. Looks like he won't be getting the second conscript squad for this. Not the best setup then there, but still not too bad either. At least he got one conscript squad, which is, you know, better than none, which would have been absolutely a waste of resources then for Dezman. He is also getting the T-3476. Panzer IV on the way there for Luciano. So both bringing up their medium tanks to the party. Engineers moving down, anti-tank parts moving down as well. Here for the centre. Snipers moved away there. He's got a few kills on his own. From these was the air half, which is now veterans too. And from these are very quick to fall back in the face of that amount of firepower. Still, Luciano maintains good and strong map control here versus Dezman again. That bit of dithering there, and again that consistent manpower float without doing anything with it again. I mean, he's got 3 infantry squads, so again, he's really only got the country now to push the anti-infantry agenda. The party have been a bit too much committed there to anti-tank fully. Though, of course, they will be needed soon. It's just, again, he's starting it so far ahead of time, they haven't had much impact, which might have made it harder then for Luciano to get out his Panzer IV, which would then made, again, less needed with the anti-tank rifle. So, it sort of ends up being a self-fulfilling prophecy in this case with these PTRSs. They end up being needed because they can't pressure the enemy enough with them. So, it actually allows the Panzer IV to hit more easily. So again, self-fulfilling prophecy in this case, saying when the Panzer gun we just upgrade them, you know, with Panzerschrecks willy-nilly, it ends up being a self-fulfilling prophecy. Also a pretty expensive self-fulfilling prophecy. The best self-fulfilling prophecies are the ones that are cheap. There you go, Panzer 1 getting for the T-34 shoots. Pack 40 wasn't set up though. PTRSs could do a bit of damage to the Panzer IV. Needs to be got Gunners moving up, he pushing back the engineers, we got the half-track moving in there, engaging the Grenadiers out in the open. Tearing into them with quart mounted, there you go, suppressing the entire lot of them. Which are him reinforcing. Trying to fire back. Quick, Otto, your machining gewehr. What are you going to do? Annoy him. Why? He might try and shoot you more than the rest of us. There we go, Panzer IV going aggressive in this case, getting flanked by the T-34, bit risky move there by Luciano. Risky, but in this case not too heavily punished. At the same time, we got anti-tank parts arriving here. Ooh, quick get for anti-tank grenade, then a Panzerschreck hit. There we go. Ooh, could lose the Panzer IV. He doesn't be the anti-tank. He's rushing in the Pack 40 there, but there you go. T-34 almost got it. T-34 almost got it. One more hit. Panzer IV bounces off the T-34's frontal armor. Shot bounces. Panzer IV goes off. He might lose the T-34 then. Pioneer still got wiped. Shot bounced, and the T-34 goes up in flames. He could try and call another anti-tank partisan team here to knock out the Panzer IV. In fact, that might have been better off, to be honest. Will he do it? Yes, he does go for it. And the Panzer IV is... survives. Back into the house, and there you go, Panzer IV down. Panzer IV down. So now we can see Dezman is back in control here versus Luciano. We lost the Panzer IV. That's going to be a bit hard to replace than the T-34-76. One thing also for Dezman to consider might be some mines. I think Luciano's laid down a telemine here and there, but otherwise this fight has been surprisingly devoid of any mines. But overall, I mean, Dezman still got his light vehicles. I mean, he still has the scout car. I mean, most players at this point you just had it tossed away, but Dezman still 20 minutes into the match has his scout car. I mean, that's pretty damn impressive. It is pretty damn impressive. So, I mean, that's kind of nice to see there. And again, you're still providing with mobility, the ability to just quickly sneak in, harass, flank, and outmaneuver. It provides you with a constant asset here. So, I mean, it's still pretty good to have for him, in particular with that veterans. You can hit to literally free, that'll be even better. It's quite helping out nicely there. Again, less helping him out at the moment is all those PTRSs. You can see that in this case, Dezman filling up for the howitzer, the 152mm gun howitzer. Scout car rolling in there, going for some of the elements here. Grenadiers engaged with the Pumas, taking loss here. Eventually, free might just have enough there, but then they're quickly being whittled down by heavy light machine gun fire there from the Grenadiers. And they. The squad covering, but again, with the PTRS, they can't cover that well. Pioneer suffering losses. The scout car, we got 4 kills on it. And there we go, we got overdrive. Quickly getting out of there.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Getting losses from the penal troopers. Points there being secured. Panzer almost done there for Luciano. Dezman can follow up with another T-34. Could also go for an Issue-5 tank destroyer. But there you go, how it's almost done. The Surge generally were never quite good to use artillery. Tactically, on the other hand, they're really good at just massing massive barrages ahead of sort of time there. And just sort of really damaging things that way. They could sort of launch huge artillery barrages because they just sort of stuff everything that could fire barrage and into the sort of units there, which actually inspired Hitler to then create the Volksartillerie that sort of ran about the same concept, you know, just a series of mixed guns of different calibers just sort of firing in unison. Of course, the thing was, though, they couldn't really get the same quantity going, so it didn't really end up mattering that much. There you go, 152mm howitzer firing, and he's trying to sort of take out things in the base. This is basically blind fire, and as I sort of made a video on it, blind fire is usually the worst kind of fire you can do with a howitzer. Any piece of artillery, really. What you want to do is shoot at stuff where you know it is, so more likely to hit something. I mean, this isn't quite working out, particularly since it's so far away. Again, it's just even less efficient. I mean, he doesn't know if it's actually hitting anything. In this case, he's not. It's actually hitting far beyond its arc here, so I mean, it's kind of just a waste of shooting there. So yeah, not very efficient there by Dezman. Not very efficient. I mean, of course, it creates some psychological pressure then. Luciano's is obviously not entirely bad. I mean, again, just having a base on the far from artillery with real pressure, some players get them really nervous. I mean, I'd be a bit, hang on. But at the same time, as you can see, there's a sort of a bit of difference there between, the psychological effect and the actual effect. Still, he's made good use of his vehicles here to sort of just keep control of the map there again, sort of sweeping them out and sort of keeping the flanks a bit safe there from Luciano's moves. Peons with the center there taking heavy fire from the machine gun and the sniper. He's not going for any more armor so far. He might be aiming here for the Issue-5 tank destroyer. Maybe. Another barrage. There we go. This is better again. This is partly punishing Luciano for just having them all the time there. I mean, this time, there's an actual reason to fire there. In this case, wipes the pack. Almost gets the MG42 as well. I mean, this is a good barrage. Again, this is one based on, your opponent really loves to stuff things there. Hit it with artillery. Punish the bastard. So, here Luciano's getting really punished there for just thinking about it. In fact, he got lucky. He didn't lose the MG42 as well there. There's probably the corpse of the rest of that, saved them. Got an issue following away. There's a Dezman clearly worried about enemy armor. Luciano's yet to choose a doctrine, by the way. But I mean, we're hitting the 24-minute mark, and that's usually at the point that we're going to lose all advantage from just, setting about not choosing a doctrine. Conscious moving ahead here. These up close that will be dealt with the PPS-41s. And there you go, pushed away. Got these versus penal troopers there. Half running away all back there. And Scout coming in to western fuel points. Now we're taking the eastern fuel point. Constantly dealing with these up close, supported by the penal troopers here. Fall back, Panzer IV moving in, shoots, misses. A few hits there from the P3Ss, Panzer IV shoots. Doesn't quite have an impact there against the penal troopers. And up there we got the issue to fire out there for Dezman. Points though being secured. Grabbing the western fuel. Trip sealing, reinforcing, and we got the half-tech supported by the issue 5 tanks running westwards. Eastern side is largely open. Again, he could consider the mines, and we got a howitzer barrage again. And back from, firing at identified targets, he's just blind firing, hoping to catch something. Tisk, tisk, Dezman. Tisk, tisk. But scout car still at it, by the way. And again, we're closing in on the 30-minute mark for a half-track or scout car to survive that long. I mean, you might as well practice give it a birthday cake then. Holy moly, though. Scout half-track got knocked out. They pushed a bit too aggressive around there with no clear, scouting there, and took quite a series of hits there from the Germans. And these here, though, Pioneers pushing ahead, Sniper long gone. And Canadians are pushing forward against the Pumas, but again, can't defend themselves with just P3Ss. Remember, don't just willy-nilly upgrade them with anti-tank weapons if you don't really need them. And also don't willy-nilly just fire blindly into your opponent's base. It's not efficient. Scout coach farming towards the centre here. Conscripts people to moving eastwards. You can soon go for another rapid conscription. Might consider doing that again just for more infantry to launch at Luciano like a bloody dagger. Except it's your own blood you're launching at the opponent, hoping it grosses him out. He just freaks him out. Heinz, he's stabbing me with his own blood. It's disgusting. I might catch Marxism. Please help me. Anyway, it's coming against the Grenadiers. Nice attack here. Scout car with penal troops supporting against the Pioneers there. T-Fed on the way there for Dezman. As you're farming up for the centre. Engaging here, the Panzer IV gets a good hit there with the 85mm gun. Pioneers in trouble. Nice, vicious, mobilised assault there in the east. Panzer IV push back, but they should fire in the centre. Howitzer can fire again here. And grabbing points there. T-Fed almost done there for Dezman. Luciano, I'm increasingly getting the impression it's going to end up going here for lightning water, calling the Tiger Tank. Could also go for mechanised assault, calling a Tiger Tank. Or Luciano could be really, just out there in the ropes and go for a bigger Tiger Tank with veterans that will cripple his economy. But still, he'll be calling it a Tiger Tank. I mean, again, it's the sort of thing there, again, where sort of, the end game is pretty much the same. So it makes even less sense. He hasn't chosen Doctrine before. I mean, it's not like, well, what if I need a Tiger Tank to then choose the Doctrine with a Tiger Tank? Or a Tiger Tank? Where do I go with the Doctrine with a Tiger Race? It's just... Come on, Luciano. Put your jackboots on. But there you go. Rapid conscription again here for Desperation to launch another all-out assault here against Luciano. Scout hanging back. Here we got the T-Fed 5 with Issue 5 supporting up for the centre that the Issue 5 could do with no focus sight. There's not really much to focus on there. Particularly because there's infantry spotting Hetford. We got artillery fire into the base. This time it kind of makes more sense since, most of this force actually not at the front line. So there's a theory you could take there. T-Fed 4. Oh dear. Got almost the entire unit there. Takes over Panzer IV, 6 damage ending, but still did a lot of damage to the Grenadiers. Almost spotting an entire squad here. But there you go, Pack 40 and Panzer IV moving in. Need to get this fire over there. Drop the focus sight, Dezman. Drop it. Get some infantry ahead of it. He's too slow though. He's going to lose that T-34, I think. You can sooner go for another one. And there you go, quickly falling back. Grenadiers for sniper support moving up. And Pims taking man losses. He's got another counter squad out there. Adding more PPSH-41s for them. Howitzer firing again.
The enemy has 300 points remaining.
Again, just... There's a theoretical chance of hitting something. He just... Oh, he got a bunker.
Fresh conscripts have arrived.
I guess that's something. But still, I don't think it's the most efficient. Again, the one time he actually did the most damage was actually trying to target something he knew where it was. Rather than just, working on the principle of hoping it's there.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
Conscript being pushed back by the Panzer IV. 8 kills, closing in veterans in 1. And yeah, he's, at this point, clearly aiming for the Tiger Tank. Head-on assault with the Scout Cut. Pretty ambitious, pretty risky and reckless there by Dezman. In this case, He gets kind of lucky though, but there you go. Veteran phase almost. There you go. It's hit the 30-minute mark. And that's practically worthy of a medal of its own. You know, the get a scout card to survive, you know, to the 30-minute mark medal. That's damn impressive. That is damn impressive. I mean, a veteran free scout car at 30 minutes. That takes skill. That's not something average, you know, Petrov Go Lucky can pull off. Time for the engagement gun that he's out there. He's going to try and ram them again, crush them. There you go, Panzerfaust again. This time though, ooh, target weak point. Pretty bad situation there for Dezman. Always keep infantry by your tanks if possible. And of course, try and keep an awareness where opponent anti-tank weapons are. So right here, Dezman's getting a bit punished, to put it mildly. Then again, he might just crush some of the Grenadiers. Out the retreating time. The retreating time coming up there with anti-tank, but he might be able to get the Panzer IV with that. They still need to get rid of that Pack 40 first. Nope, no anti-tank grenades because he didn't have the resources for them. Scout con in the hand. I'm going to try sniper. There you go. 30 cal mounted on the rear. Gets the sniper. Ha! I get to kill something. Good job, Boris. Good job. I didn't know he could hit anything. I thought Boris was close-eyed. He is. I don't know how he did it either.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
Right, he's actually racking up some kills now with the Howards. We have at 11 kills. He's actually got the bunker too. That's probably what got some of the most kills though. Let's face the medics. They count technically as kills, medics, though they don't really have much of an actual, you know, effect on the war effort if you don't get the bunker as well. So, you know, they are just automatically replenished for free. So, you know, they don't really count. There you go, if I push back the Tiger tank. Ooh, almost did some damage there. Also very close to Vixen 2-2. Almost got the Pioneers, but so far it's a lot of almosts. Not an actual kill.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture.
And a bit like killing medics, they don't really count either. Can't up getting mowed down by Grenadiers here. Need to retreat before they're lost, they're dead. And Panzer gain the penal drill again. Had they not been up with Peter, this is the Panzers, they might have a chance. Or the penals might have a chance, but without them, they're dead. The bomb grenade in particular rather seals the deal there. So Dezman is beginning to look a lot more desperate. Again, there's been some strategic mishaps and tactical issues there, which is rather think forward and otherwise excellent early game there for Dezman. And allowed Luciano to slowly get back into things. Guys, they're being shot down. As the fire almost good to go, and nothing further going on here. More artillery fire here, and he actually got 12 kills, I guess. Another kill somewhere. Oh, he's close to getting some of the base structures besides the medic bunker. Oh, it's getting a lot of hits now on the support McCoy. It's actually virtually 2. That's going to be helpful, actually. Makes it slightly more accurate at this kind of stuff. Up here, the Pango Demon anti-tank partons. Kind of got a kill there. He's not paying attention. There's a Luciano. Couldn't feel lose the Grenadiers here. In theory. They're considering the accuracy of Dezman's gun is not likely. Oh dear, HE5 rushing hit there with flank exposed, no coverage, no line of sight. They've got the Pack 40 and the Tiger threatening. He's going to lose that tank, so he might get the Panzer IV. Oh, he doesn't. And he's definitely going to lose the HE5 here. Ah, yeah, he just tossed away the HE5. That's a definite mishap there by Dezman. He's gaining the west side there a bit, but I do not think losing HE5 when your opponent has a Tiger out in the field is a very good trade-off at all. Still, Veteran 3 Scout Car still alive. Still alive. Out just firing blindly into the German base again. And this department, Dezman doesn't quite seem to learn or care, possibly. We might never know. But there you go, second issue fire almost on here with Dezman in the third guards making us probably got plenty dealing with the penal troops, the parties there brushing ahead. Tiger opening up. They actually got a mine there. There you go, Partisans wiped out with the Tigers, 88mm high explosive shell, wiping out the bastards. Got the issue 5 tank still moving ahead here.
Enemy forces capturing supply.
Shot penetrated the 100mm of thick armour of the Tiger tank. Second shot went through as well. And here Panzers there taking sniper fire, at least theoretically taking sniper fire, but the snipers can't hit, and that's their forced retreat.
Supply sector under attack. You have orders for us?
Grabbing the western fuel point again. I definitely think he could have done a lot more with his howitzer again. This is too much blind fire. Too much blind fire.
Supply sector.
I was trying to deal with them in the grabbing the centre victory point. That's definitely a better attempt here by Dezman.
A sector has been cut off.
Apparently he's aiming in the wrong direction or area up the point there. Ooh, close there. But not quite. Quickly cutting off access to the western fuel point. Good move there by Luciano's infantry. Got another Panther 4 to support the Tiger in the first Panther 4. Also a good move there by Luciano. I mean, he could go for Stug, but Panther 4 is definitely not a bad choice. Scout car rushing at the Panther again. Veteran 3 scout car, veteran 3 engineers. Penal troops supporting. Panthers there quickly taking damage and losses. Panther moving ahead here. 16 kills for the fatherland. Opening up the counter, got the issue 5 moving in. They shoot at the Panther 4. And another rapid conscription. And last perhaps this attempt there by Dezman to break through, as his chances of victory are looking increasingly slim, and his chance of having to explain himself to the NKVD and Stavka are looking increasingly likely to result in administrative beatings. People are being suppressed by the MD-42, closing in Veteran G3. Moving up the east side there. Conscript versus Grenadiers, taking loss there from that machine. Got another conscript there arriving for Dezman. Push into the centre here, supported by the Panther 12, everything else. Got the Tiger moving in as well there. Closing in on Veterans 1. Penals there close to being, wiped out. And there you go, more casualties piling up, more units away. There you go, Glennis being engaged by the scout car. Conscript closing as well, off damage. Glennis could be wiped, could be wiped. Ooh, 7 kills in the scout car. There you go, wiped out with the conscripts. Small victory there for Dezman. Small. We'll soon go for another HE5. He's then going to need more tanks, so let's deal with this larger force of Panther Force there, eyeing for Luciano here. Sent in by the nearby 3rd SS Panzer Division to support the 3rd Panzer Grenadier Division, non-SS. Grenadiers moving up the eastern side here. Conscript versus Grenadiers here. And Conscript pushed back here by the Veteran 3 Panzer Grenadiers. The next in choice there, and of course note, Luciano has not upgraded the Panther effect, which allows him to do a lot better than the penal troopers. Longer term. Another issue 5 there for Dezman. Only 78 points left. That will he be able to pull through here with the issue 5 here versus Luciano. Got more to fire here. He's getting a bit more. No, he's still back to shooting at the base. He's right back to it. He's close to Veteran 3 though with it, but I'll definitely say he could have made better use of his howitzer there.
You are showing weakness. We are down to 75 points.
It's rather engaging the Panther 4. The Panther 4 going back, got the Tiger and Demon conscript, and the tank grenades going off left and right there. Going before 2 covering up here. In the east, we've got troops sneaking through. HE5 almost done there for Dezman. First one trying to deal with the Panzer 4, which is quickly falling back. Scout car rolling in. 7 kills there. Panzer first it. Still got a lot of firepower in it there. The gunners are dropping like flies. The Veteran 3 combo unit inside there. It's really doing a lot of damage. You can see there. I mean, a Veteran 3 scout car is a surprisingly lethal weapon. Still when supported with Veteran 3 units inside. So I mean, absolutely great job here. I mean, that's honestly, you know, just, and I mean, this is a sight in itself. A well-handled scout car. You do not see that very often. That might as well be a unicorn we just saw there. A Stalinist unicorn, but a unicorn nonetheless. Air support called in against the H-5s and Luftwaffe strikes. Gets the Panzer IV there. A lot of damage done to the H-5s. Main gun out on one of them. Main gun out. Didn't help yet. Both of them on focus. Start making it easy for the German pilots to track. Heinz, they're going slow for us. Say thank you to the Russians with your cannons. It's looking pretty bad here for Dezman all of a sudden. Looking pretty bad. I mean, he got a Panzer IV. The problem was he lost so much else, including his, hero scout car. Panzer there being obliterated by the Tiger tank. Panzer IV getting support wiping out into the western point. 14 points left. Pack 4 setting up. H-5 going hit. Tiger weak point. There you go. Heat round goes through the not thick armor of the H-5. Sniper though gets the Pack 40 crew. We got pilots been going straight for the snipers. Tiger opening out as well. There you go. Tiger takes a penalty of the H-5. H-5's main gun goes down. Sniper there being machine gunned by the Tiger rather than face. Questions by the NKVD after the battle, it seems. Apparently they've been up to some questionable things during the battle. But there you go. GG. Game over. A hard-fought battle here. Dezman starting out really well, but some odd choices during the mid-game there. Sort of, again, flooding too many resources. Too many PTRS and the penal troopers when they technically weren't needed at that stage. So, of course, they did help us later on. But, again, that was only because they were then needed, which I think was a bit of a self-defeating purpose. But again, some nice moves. But again, just also Dezman's fight proceeded slightly flanked less and less. And again, that also gave Luciano some more edges. I think had Dezman spent his resources more wisely early on, I think he'd be in a much stronger position as Luciano. Had he also flanked more and just, had more infantry early on, I think he'd also got more going on there. So, I mean, overall, nice fight here. Luciano, I would say, also played well, made good use of his units. And, of course, look, Dezman should have fired his artillery properly. And that's just, wasted a lot of shells. Well, interesting fight. I think good fight. And again, a veteran C3 scout car. How often do you see those? You don't. I mean, that's just a reason itself to cast the game. So, I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. I hope it gives you different matches. If you didn't, subscribe, like, share, and comment on it. And if you like what I do on a daily, basis, do consider donating. Most appreciative if you do. Links are in the video description. This is Imperial Dancing. Cheers. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. Bye.